Hello guys, and welcome to the official page of Fadel. So today we are going to learn how to set the multipad control. Okay, so to begin with, what is the multipad? The multipad is a sort of voice which produces some effects when you are making, for example, an interpretation of a classical piece or a ballad, a valse, and you want to add some little effects to the interpretation. Okay, so the multipad is very beautiful. It adds a bit of effect, so it's sort of sort of Maggi which you add to the stew to make it more sweeter. Okay, so the multipad, we have many kind of multipads or many kind of multipads or some voice effects. So for example, since we are on under classical pieces, under classical interpretations, we generally use a specific voice. So a first reminder, this tutorial is only meant for those who have upgraded to PSR SX and PSR S keyboards. So if you have a PSR E keyboard, you cannot find this effect on your keyboard. Okay, so if you have the PSR SX600, SX700, SX720, and also if you have those PSR S770, PSR 710, you can have this multipad control effects there. So without speaking too much, let's go directly into the subject. So generally when I play classical pieces, you people ask to me, how do you manage to have the sounds with those effects? Like, okay, for example, where will you add the multipad? You will add the multipad in those areas which are very powerful. Okay, in those areas where you need to add the timpani, in those areas which are very allegro, which are very vivace. So you don't put it everywhere. It is like the timpani. Okay, so let's go deep into it. So when you on your keyboard, you go at multipad control, you go to select, synth select, and from there you're going to see many folders. Don't worry, I will put it there at the description of the video. You simply go to percussion one shot, and from there you select gong and chime. Gong and chime, I will put the voice there at the screen. After selecting that, you obtain a song or a sound quality of this one. So where do I introduce multipads? For example, we are going to play the end of the Hallelujah chorus, the end part, the final part. At this part, which is like I hope you have seen where we can apply this multipad effects. So you can use any kind of voice that suits you, but for classical pieces only, the major observation that I have made is that it is only the gong and chime that can produce this kind of effect. So if you are playing, for example, a ballad, a valse, or something which needs you to add, for example, a trumpet, there are also multipads for trumpets. So you just select it. You're going to see multipad for keyboards. Okay, you're going to see multipads for guitars. Okay, so anytime you select a multipad, you apply it here. You can use multipad control 1 to have the first effect, control 2 to have the second effect, and up to the fourth one. So you have 4 options. But for classical pieces, you need to use the 4 at once. So you apply the 4 multipads at once to have this effect. Also, you have the volume level of the multipad, which you can settle up. You can put it up to 127. Okay, so it depends on your your sensitivity, if you want it low or high. So if you want it very high, you put it at 127. So it generally works with the timpani and it produces some sort of effect. It lifts up your soul. So at the beginning of a sound, or at the beginning of a song, you can put it, okay, and at the end you can also put it. So for you to start a song or end it, you can put the multi-part control effects. So thank you for watching this tutorial video, and I hope you have learned enough from it. So let's meet for the future video. Goodbye.